We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Oh yes, bitches.
Oh yes, bitches.
Here we are. Once
Yes.
again
This
with
is
the smoke break.
Oh, the smoke break. Yes, this is the Nothing Sacred Smoke Break with Smoking Lace. I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And I'm smoking lace.
Right on. Yeah.
And okay, so I know you travel around, you go everywhere. So what general part of the actually give us your direct address? No, what general part of the country are you at right now?
So I'm still in Alaska, and I ended up I've been here for like 3 total weeks. And I kind of ended up getting stuck here because I got so busy with work and I needed the internet connection. So, and then like if you leave, it's like sometimes there's like hundreds of miles where you don't have a connection and you're just like out in the boons. So I'm trying to do this strategically, but no, I'm finally leaving. So I should be back in the lower 48 in like a week or something.
Okay, awesome. So all your warrants have expired and all that, so you're all good now. No, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a statute of limitation.
Exactly.
Just joking. Anyways, yeah, it's Saturday night.
Yeah. So, all right, Lace. Actually, I'm gonna let you go first. What you had a topic you wanted to cover?
Oh my goodness. I don't know if we should just jump into the crazy shit right away.
Of course we should.
I'm kind of curious to see how you guys are doing.
Oh, you want to know?
Have you been? Yeah, have you been, Jeff? I haven't talked to you in like a month.
I have been great, actually. I just got done with a 4-day water fast. I water fasted from Sunday evening, from 11 o'clock Sunday evening, 11 p.m. to 3 p.m. yesterday. So 112-hour fast, water only.
Fuck
Whoa.
that.
Yeah, Max is like, I knew that's exactly what he would say. I knew you would just say,
fuck that.
fuck that. Because you couldn't even imagine that. Yeah, it actually was really good because it kind of shrunk my stomach and like lowered my insulin resistance. And there's a lot of stuff involved with it. Like I don't know if you guys know anything about. I know Max doesn't, but I know you don't know if you know anything about fasting, like hardcore like water fasting.
Not much, no.
Well, all I had during the days was filtered. Well, it was purified water. Next time I'll get the distilled water, but it was water and electrolytes. Like I'd have electrolyte pills, that you take, basically like sodium and magnesium. And man, the couple days there, I was, it was like I almost stopped, but I kept going, and I lost 10 fucking pounds. So,
Wow.
yeah. Because what it does is after a couple of days, it switches from burning sugar because I've been eating like fucking just absolute dog shit. Like I haven't actually been eating
Really?
dog shit. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Okay.
I've been eating badly. Although that was the best way to put it. So I've been eating badly, and what I made the mistake of doing was Sunday. Because I like what I've been doing lately, and this is one of the reasons I had to stop, because I've been really eating a lot of sugar. And on Sunday, for a couple of days, I take up some ice cream, this cookie swirl. It's chocolate ice cream with like chocolate cookie swirl inside of it.
Oh
and
shit!
I'd throw mixed nuts into it, mix it around.
That sounds dope.
Fucking delicious, man. But it's like a massive amount of calories, and it's also a massive amount of sugar. And sugar is terrible for you, obviously. So I start this fast, and next time I do it, because I'm going to do it again, I'm not going to be stupid like that and start it cold turkey the next day without actually leading into actually decent, better foods beforehand. Because man, Monday and Tuesday, oh man, I was like, my stomach is all fucked up. I couldn't sleep, and it was just, but I got through it, and like I said, I lost a lot of weight, and I'm eating again. I'm eating again. So
wait,
How
did you do
feel?
Yeah, how do you feel?
I feel great right now. I ate a little bit too much today because I didn't eat that much yesterday. I just ate a little bit, and then I ate too much. I went to a friend of ours' house, and they made this like homemade like burritos.
Oh
And
shit!
they gave me a bunch. They gave me a bunch on Thursday because I couldn't eat it, and I had some. I was like, oh, so I ate some today and ate more than I should have. But
Was that Python?
yes,
Ah.
you know why I took some home.
Which, by the way, Black Mamba, if you ever met Python, you guys would have to join heads and say, "Bitch, we're snakes." So
I'll
Yeah,
remember that.
that's right.
yeah, if you ever meet Python, that's what you guys
Yeah.
will have to do.
By the way, Lacey, you will always be Lace and not Python to me. So don't
Black
worry.
Mamba, it's Black Mamba, goddamn.
Black Mom. I'm sorry. I see. I fucked up. See there. And I'm going to continue to fuck up. I'm just going to continue to call you the wrong name. No.
So wait, you did the fast after the ice cream, or you
No.
did the ice cream
After the ice cream. Oh God.
Okay.
If I had done the ice cream after, that's the whole point, was to get myself weaned off sugar, because I no longer have the craving for all that sugar, because it felt like my stomach was a bottomless pit, and that's insulin resistance. When you feel like that, when you're like, oh, I ate something just 10 minutes ago and I still want to. Like for a while, I was taking remember those pretzel nuggets I had, dude?
Oh, dude, those were dope. Yes.
Dude, the peanut butter filled ones. I could eat a
Hell
whole
yeah.
fucking box of those in like 2 days.
Oh, damn.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm
You're
talking about.
totally.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying you're totally speaking my language with all this, because I have like a massive sugar addiction. I think it
Yeah.
comes from like when you quit drinking.
That definitely is
like-
part of it.
Ah,
Yeah, the sugar is like craving.
that's a reason to
still
not
there.
quit drinking. Ah, see?
That's the answer. Just
Why
start
can't
drinking
you drink
again,
it?
Cruz.
Damn it. Why'd you say that? Damn it. I've been trying to be self-righteous about his drinking for ages. What do you
I don't drink that much. Oh, wait.
You don't drink that much less either.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyways, it's been a good week, but everything otherwise, improv's been fantastic. Had a great, just good one. Life is good, except, and maybe I can go into my thing first, because I got a little thing.
All
Maybe
right.
I should anyways, because I'm going to be, depending on how long you guys want to go, I won't be here for that long, but well, not that long, I'll be here for a while, but so I just realized my family is just so fucking dysfunctional, and I think some people other people out there can understand that. Like, my life is going great, like everything's going well, but these people, like, some people just don't know how to do anything but react to other people. Like, they don't know how to, and so what? Like, let me just give you some context. They'll never watch this. My mom and my bros both live together. And they're all dysfunctional addicts of something. My bro is addicted to, has been in the hospital for various things, mixing drugs and stuff. My mom gambling, and my other brother, eating and just, other bullshit. He's done some other stupid shit. So my whole family, and so I just I guess I'll give I'm just going to give the story. So last Saturday, I'm going to my improv, I'm getting ready to go. And one of my brothers calls, and he goes, and I haven't talked to him in a while. And I go, hey, what's going on? I'm like, first of all, whenever they call, I'm like, oh fuck, what's now? What's going on now? Like, what?
So you don't go, shit, it's so.
Oh, no.
Instead,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'll go talk to him. It's like, oh shit, something's wrong. So he calls and goes, hey, what's going on? I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And he goes, dude. And he starts unloading about my bro. Like, barely even says hi. And just starts unloading about my bro, about my other bro. And he's like, he left here and he didn't say he was leaving. And, I understand, like, my other brother wanted to leave, basically wanted to get out of there. And so instead of like actually saying beforehand, hey, I'm going to be leaving, I'm getting out of here because I don't like the atmosphere here, which is very, which might have actually given them some food for thought. He didn't, instead of doing that, he just left. So instead of them going, wow, Scott, you really going to leave because of the way we act, and you just don't like being here, you don't feel comfortable, that's why you kind of stay in your room and do your own thing. And no, he just left. So now they're going to focus on that. They're not going to focus on the fact that he had issues with what they were doing, and that he didn't like how they go out and, gamble and do all their shit and worry him and stuff like that. He wanted to leave, because the atmosphere was terrible. No, they're going to go, well, you just fucking didn't date. You just left and you da-da-da-da. And so it's like this. And then so my one brother's reacting to him, and then he like overreacts, and like, so now they're fighting. So now Scott and Daryl are fighting. I'll say their fucking names. I don't give a shit.
Might as well.
Fuck them. If they listen to this, maybe they should hear it. I mean,
maybe they should. Yeah.
So because, and of course they're also, my brother Scott's like, oh, I got to get out of here, even though he owes my brother money, and he's going to Airbnbs now. And he rented a car and went to Texas for a week to get away. And when he got back, they knew we were going to Texas, but my mom didn't know that when he was getting back, he was not going to be staying there. He just moved. He just left and went to an Airbnb. But of course, he's spending all this money on the Airbnb and on the car. So my brother's Daryl's going, fucking, you know,
Where's he getting the money from?
it's his money. You know, he's got income. I'll just leave it at that. He's got
Okay, he
income.
does have an income. Okay.
Yeah, so he's got income. So it's not it's just, you know, it's not really it's government shit. So
Oh,
long
gotcha.
story. Yeah. So basically, but it's like if you just would have said before you left for the trip, I'm going out of here, and when I get back, I'm gonna go to an Airbnb. I have to do this, you know what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing this. I'm letting you know. If he would have just done that, they at least wouldn't have a reason to be like upset with him. So now they have a reason to be upset with him. So they're not going to listen to anything he has to say about their behavior. Right?
Nice. So
You know,
it's
so
his
like
fault,
this,
not theirs, basically.
yes, exactly. Because they that's what they're doing. They do. They get these people, and a lot of people who aren't emotionally mature. They obviously, if they have a reason to blame you, they will. So the trick is to not give them reasons to blame you. So they have to look at themselves and go, oh shit, even though they'll still most likely find reasons to fucking blame you. So he finally asked me how I'm doing about, 10 minutes into the conversation, just dumps on me about, and he's like, yeah, and I'm doing this again, I've had a drink again, and I'm just like, okay. So he dumps on me. So I hang up the phone, and because I had to go do something, thank God. I just was like, all right, I'm done with this shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? How the fuck? What the fuck's wrong with you people? So then 2 days later, a day or so later, my mom calls me and leaves a message, and I couldn't get back to her. So I call her. She's like, hey, I'm just seeing how you're doing. And I'm like, oh, I'll call you back. Call me if you can, or just, I love you, whatever. And then 2 days later, so I didn't get a chance to call her till a day or so later. So I call her at, when I get a chance to, and it's, it's just a day later. I said, hey mom, couldn't talk to you. She goes, hi. She goes, have you heard from Scott? Not, how are you? How's your life going? How's the improv? I see on Facebook that you're doing improv shows every week now, and you've done it your own improv with your own improv group. Nothing, not a fucking word about how I'm doing. First of all, yeah, and I'm like, because I'm doing, and so and then she just goes in. Where have you heard from Scott? I haven't heard from him in weeks, and I'm like, she knows he's good. Well, good, because Daryl's talked to him. And he talks to Daryl and tells Daryl to tell me things. And Daryl's like, I'm not your interpreter, which is true. He should be calling her. But so what happens with these three people is that one person reacts to the other. It'll be one person does something stupid. Scott does something stupid. My mom and Daryl are against Scott. Daryl does something to it. My mom and Scott are together against Daryl. Scott does something stupid. My mom and Daryl are against Scott. So it's like this fucking triangle of just bullshit that just continues with this stupid ass drama. And they're not solving their problems. They continue to do the same shit they do. And it's just incredible to see from the outside. And I realize that this is going to sound fucked up, but they don't fucking give a shit because I'm not causing them to react. Like they're like, oh, Jeff's just fine, just out there doing, but Scott, so therefore they don't even. So I had to tell my mom how I was doing. I do, yeah, well, don't worry about me, mom. I'm doing great. So, oh, that's good.
She didn't ask. You just kind of had to volunteer.
No, I had to fucking. And this is the first time we talked in like 2 months. And I wasn't going to call her this week because she doesn't.
Oh my God.
She never calls. Well, she never calls me. See, if I don't call her, she won't call me. So she won't call me. And the first thing she says when we talk after 2 months is, how have you talked to your brother? And then she starts going in on him, and he's not stable. And I'm like, he's not stable? I'm like,
oh.
Yeah, so the whole thing just makes me, I'm not going, oh, poor me, they're not talking. I'm like, I don't want to talk to these people at this point right now. I'm just like, it's almost like I said, since I'm not doing anything to piss them off or cause them to be upset, they don't, well, he's
out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Yeah, but interesting.
Yeah, I'm not
make their lives interesting.
Exactly. I don't cause drama. I don't give them a reason to be self-righteous. Because, it's like they can't go, well, he owes me money and he owes me this and he owes me that. It's almost like the same reason why Max knows about this. My bro kind of stopped talking to me for a couple months because I was talking to a friend of his that they had gotten into an issue with, which there's a long story with that. But the point is that he wanted me to kind of stand up for him but this friend is a real good friend of mine that I've had hang out with almost like once or twice a month. And we talk every week, at least, we're good friends. Like almost really good friends. So he stopped talking to me. So he had to generate drama that way. And it's just so goddamn frustrating. But it's also at this point, I'm just kind of like over it. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm over it, but I'm not. I'm just like, I think you guys know how it is. You know, you just get to the point where you're just like, you know, all right,
You're
whatever.
numb to it now. Just kind of.
Yeah.
Yes. And like some people, especially, I hate leading this back to like talking about addiction and alcoholism and stuff, but like addictive behavior is often what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, like people who thrive in chaos, like
Yeah.
they welcome like the chaos of like substances and of like drama, and that's what like gives them their like, I don't know, that's what makes life interesting. And
Yes.
yeah,
But then they bitch about it, of
it's
course.
so like not your monkeys, not your circus, but also it's family.
Yes.
And so you can only check out really for so long because you still love them. That shit is so fucking hard, and I don't envy you.
Yeah, and not only that, but I know that at some point it's going to break again. Some big shit's going to happen, like last month when my bro went to the hospital. So it's going to happen again because he's doing the same shit again. It's like the third time he's gone. So the other brother is you know, I'm gonna do this, and they all say, oh, they all lie. Oh, they lie so much. Oh, I've lost 70 pounds. And I'm like, you haven't. You talk about them lying, and you know, fucking.
I'm just laughing because I know totally the whole situation here.
Yeah.
I've seen both brothers in action. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, and I'm doing well, and I also think that that's kind of a part of the problem too. And it sounds sorry, but it sounds sucks. But I'm not. I have my own issues. I had not saying that. Obviously, I obviously deal with my own challenges. You know, but no one worries about me. And the thing is, I think that really is it's like the double-edged sword. Like no one worries about me, so no one. It's almost like no one gives a shit. Like even if I would want to hear, like my brothers, I would want to call them up and go. The reason why I don't talk to them is because I know when I call them, they're going to be shit. There's going to be telling me all the shit that's bad in their lives. They're not going to go, oh, everything's great. So when I talk to them, it's like I don't feel good about it. If they were having great lives and like, yeah, I met this girl and I'm doing this and that, I'd be like, oh, dude, yeah, dude, I want to hear it. But they don't care. They don't want to hear about what I'm doing that's well. They don't want to go, wow, you did a show last week? How was your show? No one calls me about that.
Wow.
The only one who kind of does is my brother, you know, Scott kind of does. He kind of does that a little bit. He does it a little bit more than they do. But definitely Daryl and my mom do not. They do not fucking call me unless something's wrong or they want to bitch. You know, and I think he did feel bad about it because he texted me a text that I'm sorry, man, didn't mean to unload on you, but it's just like it's just like, well, you did. You know, it's like
right.
And you always do it. But my mom was even more of just like, wow, like, you know, and I didn't talk. And then she goes, oh, we got to go to, I got a meeting coming up at work. I called her at work. She goes, I'll call you back. I'm like, okay. Did I get called back?
Huh. You didn't hear back, huh?
No.
Wow.
And it's like, what did I do? You know, like all I do is not worry you. You always say that. Oh, I'm so glad, Jeff. You don't never worry. I'm never worried about you. And I'm like, great. What's the bonus for that? What kind of points do I get for that? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's also and that's the problem. It's like when I call my mom and my family, it's like I get something over with. It's like a chore. You know, it's like I'm not going, oh yeah, it's like, well, it's like, yeah, I called her this month. I don't have to call her for a month. That's what I'm doing. I'll send a text to my other bro. I don't have to text him for a week or two, you know.
Wow.
Because you know, and that's terrible to say in some ways, I guess, but it's also not, because I don't think I have to be ashamed of it, you know, but because part of that's a guilt thing, you know, that old family guilt where you're like, you know, oh, you know, because family are important, you know, and I love them and I want them to do well and I care about them. And that's part of the problem, but I don't necessarily owe them anything. But it's just amazing. Yeah, it's just amazing, you know, with family, like, because, you know, if it was somebody else, I'd be like, later, Gator. I ain't fucking talk. I don't even talk to you guys.
Right.
You know, so I'm gonna do my part, because then if anybody wants to come at me, that's why when I finally did talk again, the one who stopped talking to me, Scott, that's finally when I did say, dude, look, you can't treat me like that. You can't just say, I don't want to talk to you ever again, and then expect me to ignore that. You know, I'm not going to ignore that. And and then he started, of course, he went into his, oh, I'm sorry, man. You know,
Does this mean that you're like the black sheep of the family because you're not like them?
I don't think I'm the black sheep. I think I'm literally like, well, I guess it could be. I guess it could be.
It is a black sheep because it's like you're not dysfunctional. like the rest of them. You
I
know
mean,
what
I
I mean?
am somewhat dysfunctional. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason why I had to stop drinking, and there's a reason why I had to go on this. Like I said, I have issues, but not that kind of issues, and that not the issues that affect everybody else. Like they're all affecting each other, and I understand why he wanted to get out of there. But you get out of there by going, look it, I'm leaving. I can't do this anymore. I'm giving you a month, and then I'm out of here. You don't go, I'm going to go to Texas. Go to Texas and go to and also make that decision like 3 days to go to Texas, then come back and not go back to the place you went to because he pays rent there, you know.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
So they might be expecting that, and of course with all the bullshit. But even regardless, if you pay rents there, I think you got to give a month's notice to somebody because then they can manage their finances and say, okay, for the next month or whatever, or at least be prepared for you not to be there. But he goes,
Right.
because it's like, oh, dude, oh man, because he suffers from what I call, and I know I'm going off here. He suffers from what I call main character syndrome.
Oh
I don't know if you ever heard of that. I think maybe we talked about before.
Oh yeah.
But
I've heard
but he has there's also something called magical thinking. And magical thinking is something that you learn as a kid when a lot of times with trauma as a kid. And and I'm not a huge on trauma on oh my god trauma, but when you're a kid sometimes and let's say your parents are divorced. Magical thinking is like, if I get good grades this semester, my parents will get back together.
Oh. Okay.
Well, if you combine that with I call it magical main character syndrome. I'm the god. I'm so special. I'm the main character. I'm gonna go on a journey. I gotta leave. I gotta go to Texas for a week, and then I can't actually tell my mom. She's gotta call me. Oh, so I'm gonna leave and tell her that I'm going to Texas, but then when I come back, not come back to the house, not call her, expect her to call me.
No,
Hey.
I was totally gonna say, it reminds me of like that romantic sort of dramatic notion of I'm just gonna leave and not tell anyone where I'm going. I'm just gonna disappear.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
yes.
It's like, but don't actually do that.
Yes, don't actually do that. And don't do that expecting people to listen to you after you do that to them because they feel like you betrayed them and they're never going to understand why you did it. They're never going to, because it was a stupid way to handle it. Like if you,
Right.
like I said, if you handle it that way and go, hey, I'm just being above board, just being honest, this is how I feel about this, blah, blah, blah. They couldn't say anything. They'd have to go, oh shit, he's fucking leaving because I'm driving him fucking crazy. And yes, they could get mad at that. But at least they couldn't they'd have to at least look at the reasons why better than just blaming, I can blame it on So it's just it's just annoying.
That's well.
Yeah. Fucking family stuff.
Yeah. It's always something with that. Well, since you wanted to hear what we're up to, I know what you're waiting for because you know a little bit about it. Cruise Control knows nothing about this. So I'm going to go ahead and spill it. So, last week was my birthday week. And so my neighbor Anthony took me to get a happy massage.
Oh, you got a happy massage, huh?
I got a happy massage. Yes. So he's telling me about it. I'm like, okay, it sounds good. He's kind of coaching me on the way there. He's like, all right, dude. So what you want to do is you want to, you pay for a table shower and a deep tissue massage. And I said, well, what about the handy? Was that part of it too? He's like, well, you negotiate that later. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it's not like you're standing in the lobby going, I want a table shower and a happy massage.
That'd be funny. I bet some people actually fucking do that. I bet that some motherfucking dumbasses actually go in there and go, I'll have the happy massage.
I don't see that on the menu.
Right. Well,
can I get the love you long time massage?
Jesus.
Well, I think it's like going into a smoke shop asking for a bong instead of a water pipe.
Well, that's what you couldn't do that.
Right.
Now you can do that now. And now you can do that. You can actually go in, but yes, I don't know if you know about that, Lace, but in Vegas, like or in places where you can't get weed, you used to not be able to call it a bong. You used to have to call it a bubbler or a water pipe.
Yep.
Oh,
like
right. Yeah.
Because
or a very
you call it a
vase.
Yes, because you call it a very expensive vase. Because if you call it that, you can because you're supposed to smoke tobacco out of the bong, of course.
Yeah.
People smoke. Have you ever seen? I've never seen
Somebody
anyone
smoke tobacco out of a bong.
I don't think I've seen anyone ever smoke tobacco out of a bong. Like if I no man, I got myself a 3-foot bong here. I'm gonna put my tobacco in there and just
I
Like,
kind of
no,
want to now, though.
holy shit. That means, I'm not gonna,
Doing it like that, right?
no, Max is like, ooh, here, you get a bong, and I want you to, anyway,
Yeah, Lace, that's a new custom.
I'll give you royalties on my new video cruise.
yeah, thank you. See, awesome. Hey, I'll give you my PayPal. I need every cent I can get. No, and maybe I'll start doing some happy massages for people. So, anyways,
or getting them from people.
Well, no, if you can't get money, no, getting paid from getting them, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. So, anyways, keep going. So
all right,
tell me this is.
So he's coaching me on the way there, saying, all right, man. So yeah, you want the table shower with the deep tissue massage. And he goes, and then you negotiate the other thing later. And I said, well, how do you do that? And he's like, and I go, how much are you supposed to spend? And he goes, well, usually between 60 and $80. And I said, okay, all right, fine. So I go in there and I did, follow the instructions. I said, I'll take the table shower with the deep tissue massage. So then she's like, okay, and by the way, they're all Asian. I'm sure you guys pretty much figured that out. But so I pay for the thing. So she tells me to, take my clothes off. I go in the room, I take off all my clothes, and then she takes me across the hall to this. This is where they give the table shower, and it's a table, like a massage table, but it has little, drainage things on the side of it, so the water can drain out.
So the water can drain out.
Yeah, well, because they're spraying you down. She's got like a hose with the nozzle on it.
I'm sure they got to do something. They don't. Maybe the paper towels don't work.
Oh, no paper towel. She's using her hands, man, and soap and everything, just like.
Oh, I get you. I was talking to, never mind.
So she's scrubbing everything. I mean, she's scrubbing in my asshole and my my back and my feet and everything. And then she flips me over, and then so this is where I'm thinking, well, is this where the happy massage comes in? Because she starts, scrubbing around my dick and doing the soap and my stomach and chest and everything. And so
you're probably like you're a door jam almost probably.
I was starting to get there. That's why I was like, wait, is this it? Is this the point?
You're like you're holding it, you're saving it. You're like, wow, that's a lot of control, man.
Well, as you get older, you're able to
scrubbing around. Yeah, sometimes.
If I was in my 20s, I've been popping full wood, I think.
Sure, it's because you're older, not because you need some help.
Yeah, you need one of those.
Yeah, it's because I'm older, but not because I'm older. It's because I'm experienced.
Yeah,
it's not because I just it takes a little longer to get the pump going. It's because I have such self control.
It's life experience, man.
Yeah, it's a life experience, bro.
So anyway, so then she finishes off with the shower, like I said, just hosing you down and everything, and then she finishes up, she dries me off, and then she has me go back across the hall and lay on the table, and I got to lay face down, and then she starts doing an actual deep tissue massage, so it's feeling good. So then when it's time for me to flip over, she tells me to flip over, and she starts to massage my chest and stomach a little bit, and then she goes, do you want me to massage down there? And she touches my dick. And I said, well, yeah, that's why I'm here. And so,
oh, Jesus.
She goes, okay, so how much you want to spend? And I said, $70. And so she's like, okay. And she's like, I do that, and then I massage the rest of you. And I'm like, all right. So she starts, and I'll tell you, I've never gotten a good hand job from a woman. Most women are like, they yank it.
Yeah, they treat it like an airplane throttle.
Yeah, like boom.
Oh my god,
pulling that motherfucker.
They think this thing's like a fucking it's Play-Doh or something. Like they can jack it around like a joystick on an old Atari game or something.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
They're playing Jackman.
Yeah, they're playing Jackman.
So anyway, so she starts, she's like really, just really sensual and kind of rubbing on it with the lotion and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm getting hard doing the thing. So then she says, you can touch me. And so and I wonder, because I'm blind, I wonder if she did that or if she does that with everybody, but she put my hand on her ass. And I'm like, well, I wonder how far I can go with this. Like, can I put my hand down her pants? What the fuck? How? And so I figure, well, I don't want to, go too far.
You're a gentleman.
I am a gentleman. I am.
Well, it's true. That actually is true. I'm not joking. and
Yeah,
kind of
I'm not
joking.
either. So
You're like, you want to keep the vibe going. You'd rather keep the vibe going. And
yeah, I
so,
don't want to
yeah,
upset anybody or anything. I'm
yeah.
I'm enjoying this. So anyway, she did let me put my hand on her ass, and so she's jerking me off. At one point, she got a little jackhammery, and I had to kind of say, hey, can you slow down a little bit? And one thing about that is you got to relinquish control, and you know what I mean, because there's a tendency where if you don't, if you're on the verge of coming, but you're like, oh, wait, know what to do, and you want to reach for it yourself, but then you're like, no, control yourself. So, because you know what you need. So anyway, so she's eventually I come, and let me tell you guys, I thought I'm an old dude, just because usually when I come, it just like kind of pools on my stomach, like, oh damn,
Yeah,
I can't
that's
shoot.
okay. Yeah,
I can't shoot things across the room like I used to.
I'm glad our audience is really, yeah.
Oh,
Anyways, keep going.
they're gonna love this. Well, check this out. I blew, man. I shot myself in the arm, and I hit the side of the massage table. And I guess she said I got a little on the floor too. So I was very proud of myself. I'm like, yes, I can still shoot
You're
across
like,
the room.
yes, I still got it, David. Hey, if it would have got on your face, there would have been a mark. I would have left a mark. Damn it! Tell you what, you would have had to wear goggles if it was, you were closer.
Well, and I was when we were all done. Then she obviously, after doing that, she went back to the regular massage, and she
They
did
don't
my
call
legs.
me Machine Gun Max for nothing.
That'd be my new name, Machine Gun Max. So anyway, and so I eventually got dressed afterwards, and texted Anthony and said, hey, I'm done. He actually just went to the bar next door. He didn't get one himself, but then he came in, and I'm like, dude, I was like, I could get addicted to that. And he's like, yeah, I bet you could, man. He's like, I love it. I do it all the time. And I'm like, okay.
And you know what? The scary part is, ladies, that this for you, it's like, oh, you're not with it. You're not with anybody. You can't find anybody. You're not getting laid. Oh yeah.
Right. I find ways to
like find ways to do shit for yourself, man.
Yeah. And purchase customs. I got plenty of Jackham's customs.
That's funny. So that was an experience. So you never would have thought you would have done. You've been experimenting with new things, man.
I have. This been a year of opening up. Like I think I told you, Lace. I wouldn't have, joined somebody's OnlyFans or paid somebody for customs years ago.
I wonder what it is about this year that you're doing things different. Midlife crisis?
It could be, or it could be just, finally going, hey man, wait, I'm kind of stagnating here. Like nothing exciting is happening. It's just the same old, same old. I got to spice my shit up a little bit, so that might be what's going on.
And despite what you need, what you need emotionally, you still need to have physical needs,
Sure. Absolutely.
It's like,
absolutely.
Like we all pull one, we all pull it, all dudes, if you're not with a chick or whatever, whoever you want to be with, and ladies as well, we all release that shit. So it's like that kind of thing. Sometimes you're kind of tired of the emotional game bullshit, but you still need to get your rocks off. It's bottom line.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah, why the fuck not? If you just have no emotional attachment, no bullshit, no judgment, because that's another problem that's really going like this didn't happen 20 years ago, where it's like you ever hear the 666 rule?
Oh, the 6-year theory. What's that?
No, the 666 rule. This is a rule. This is what you hear on all these. This is why guys are scared to date women. 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, and 6 inches at least.
Damn.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and that's I don't know. That's just what I've because I've watched some of these things about like, and I wish I were joking. But that's literally because there's all these standards. Of course, 666 is the standard. You gotta have 6-figure income. You gotta have a 6-inch cock, and you gotta have 6 feet tall.
Damn.
That sucks. I don't agree with that at all.
Well, dating is just a nightmare, man. Right now, like it's just a nightmare, and it's not. I wish people go, oh, it's just the younger kids. I'm like, nope.
It's everybody. Actually, it's worse as you get older, I think.
I don't think it's worse. I think it's different. I think it's like almost like a combo. Like they have some of the same standards as some of the younger ones that are just kind of like, but they're also still playing those stupid ass games of, like, well, I like to be chased. Oh yeah, well, chase yourself then. Go fuck yourself.
Right. Exactly.
I need to be wanted. It's like, yeah, I told you I wanted you, but nah, you're not supposed to tell me. Like, oh,
Yeah,
no.
dumb shit. Little mind reading game.
Yeah,
bullshit.
but I think so, and you're experiencing different things, and like you said, you're enjoying yourself, and you're fulfilled in everywhere else in your life. I think that's another thing that a lot of people who aren't fulfilled in other ways in their life think that having somebody in their life will fill that gap. But if you have other things going on, like you're happy with what you do for a living, you're happy with who you are as a person. Obviously everyone has things they're working on, but in general, you're not like my family,
Right. No, I'm content.
Who's desperately,
so
desperately
I
trying
agree.
to, yeah.
So that's kind of how that's going. But yeah, I figured you guys would appreciate that story.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you had a good experience. And that's like the first time I've ever heard about how that works or anything, or like, so that was very insightful.
So
I
I
wonder
like
if like a woman can go in and get a happy ending.
I don't know.
I'm
That's a
gonna
good
Google
question.
that
That'll be a
right now.
future report.
Yeah. Can a female?
Because I would do that.
I'm also wondering how much,
how far you could go.
How far you could go, like how much you could pay to go, and how far you could go.
That's true. Like, could I get a blowjob?
Could you just like straddle on and high silver away? Like just fucking jump on you and tear that shit up. If you gave her like 200 or something.
Yeah, well, maybe so. That's what Anthony was sort of implying. That if you want to pay a little extra, you could. Everything's negotiable. That's what he said. Everything's negotiable. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I wonder what other stuff he's done in there.
I bet it'd be full service if you put down like $400.
It probably would be. Be interesting. So, but now I can sort of. I mean, that wouldn't be something I'd be doing every like week or something, but maybe every couple months, possibly.
Yeah, why not?
So
why the fuck not, dude? Seriously.
Yeah. So
I don't give a shit what you do, man. Oh God, it's terrible. Oh, it's horrible. Oh yeah. By the way, me and my boyfriend we're gonna watch porn tonight. And the people in the porno were both paid to fuck. But no, paying to fuck, it's so terrible. The Jesus doesn't send you. Oh, yeah, but you just watched someone get ass fucked and twat fucked at the same time, and they got paid for it, and you just watched it, and now you're so against selling their bodies. It's like
they got paid well for it too.
Exactly,
like three or four grand.
Exactly, and it's like you hypocritical fuckers, because you're watching that porn.
Yeah, I think that prostitution should be legal in the States, completely legal. I've thought about getting one. I've thought about being one. It's like the problem with all of that is that it's illegal, so
it's not regulated.
Sex workers have no protection. So if something bad happens, they can't go to the police.
Yep, and also no insurance and no like a lot of the places, like there's places in Vegas, not Vegas directly, but right near Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, Pahrump, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
How do I know that? Actually, I had a buddy. That's the thing too. I used to make fun of this friend of mine who's no longer with us, but he used to go do that stuff all the time. He even brought me a keychain from the Chicken Ranch.
Hello?
Hello?
Did we lose Max?
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Hopefully not.
Let's see. I can hear you.
Okay, there you are. You're back.
Okay,
so you've been cutting out a little bit. So
my internet's been. It says internet connection is unstable. Fuck.
Your Cox is unstable.
I love fucking Cox. They're just so goddamn.
I thought they fixed that.
Well, here's the thing. It went out the other night again for like 30 minutes and then came back up. And then it's been up, but it jumps in and out occasionally, I guess. So, but uh-oh. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, good.
We're just fucking with you.
Okay, good.
No. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. Do what you're gonna do, man. Live your life, dude.
What was the point? Well, there was a point I was gonna make though.
Well, I got a point real quick. Whenever, and this is just a proof. Whenever someone chick says, "Well, you're never gonna get laid," it's like, well, eat a dick, bitch. That's a common occurrence for guys to get. Oh, you're never gonna get laid. It's like, is that all it's about? If it's about that, you're wrong. I can get laid whenever I want. So fuck off.
Right, exactly.
I can get that little my rocks off whenever I need to.
I was talking. That's right. It was my buddy, and I used to kind of goof on him a little bit for going paying to go to the Chicken Ranch or Mustang Ranch or whatever. And I was just like, now I'm looking at that like, damn, I don't know why I used to kind of goof on them a little bit for that. Now I feel bad.
What kind of girls are at the Chicken Ranch?
I don't know. I've never gone.
I bet
I've heard
they're
of the Bunny Ranch.
It's a Chicken or Mustang Ranch, one of those.
they have, first of all, they have security. So no guys
Yeah.
can do any fucked up shit to them because it's regulated. That's what I'm saying. It's regulated, so they can't do all the fucked up shit that get beat up and shit like that, and assaulted while they're rough
Right.
or whatever. They can't do all that shit that they can't report because they can't report it because they'd be arrested too.
Yeah.
So you're right. It's just stupid. It's like everything else is legal now.
Well, and I agree with Lace. I mean, it truly is a victimless crime. Like nobody gets hurt.
it's not a crime. It's a transaction.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be a crime.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
It's
be
like
a crime.
it's like weed. It's like sorry, they made weed legal because they realized they could get a lot of money out of it. Once somebody realizes they can tax the hell out of prostitution as well. Why not? Just tax it.
They should.
Make money. They can raise money for schools like.
Well, I remember, when I was in criminal justice, they told us that, drugs and prostitution were considered victimless crimes. Well, drugs, I think, are kind of, you have victims because people get robbed, all kinds of wild shit. They steal. So that really is, there's victims involved in that. But as far as prostitution, like you say, it's just a transaction. That's it. So I don't see anything wrong with it. You're right. They should just legalize it.
Yeah.
If drugs were totally legal, it would just be a transaction too. I mean,
Yeah.
because you'd be able to buy stuff at the store. So,
True.
like, yes, I'd like a gram of cocaine, please.
Right. Just walk in,
And
buy
it
your
would-
heroin.
Yeah.
In theory, cut down on all the crime, and there'd be like safe injection sites everywhere. Like a bar, for example, is a safe use location. It's just like an
Yeah.
injection site. They're like the same thing, but for different.
I don't know
substances.
though, but and that's the thing though. I guess you can also say it's funny that people will say, well, that those things can kill you. And it's like, well, you can drink too much and die too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So it's like, but no, can't do that. Can't ban that. Yeah. So cool, man. It's a great story. So
There you go. All right,
fun.
Lace, you're up.
I guess I should
Yeah.
go up next. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I shut you down at the top of the hour.
That's all good.
but
That's all good.
I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about smoky blowjobs like right at the top of the episode.
Hey, you know what? It's all good. We jump into the wild shit sometimes,
okay. So yeah, it's actually better to leave them waiting anyways.
All right,
So,
yeah,
'cause I got about 15-20 minutes left. So I
Okay,
gotta get.
cool.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I guess I made my foray into the porn biz. I opened a clips for sale. And so I filmed an SBJ, which is short for smoky blowjob, which was something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. I met someone, another content creator on the internet, and we hung out for a couple days, made sure that they were cool and everything. And then, yeah, we filmed some stuff. And so I've got something like 8 videos up on my clips for sale now. And it's like that and just masturbation stuff. But yeah, it's been fun, but it's definitely a different world than, because classic smoking stuff is you just wear a dress or you wear lingerie and you literally just smoke a cigarette and look sexy and you might say some seductive, things. But this is a totally different thing that I've never done before. So my tits and pussy are all over the internet now. It's an adjustment.
So I went to the one you posted on OnlyFans, and I clicked on the preview, but there was no sound. If there was sound, I might have purchased the clip, but there was no sound in the preview.
Yeah, there's that might have been a GIF.
Oh, because it
Yeah,
says
probably.
play preview or something. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's a GIF. That's a GIF. It would be a GIF probably.
It's
or
a GIF.
something.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
if
It's
there
funny
was no
that
sound at all.
you're like, I can't purchase this, but so how was so because this is the first time you've done it with somebody else, or because usually you do it all by yourself or you do your own videos, right?
Yeah, it's totally been solo by myself. So filming with this person was really, really fun. Macy Star, and they are a ton of fun. And it's actually it was so awkward filming because like we couldn't smoke in their apartment, you know, and obviously we can't do sexual acts outside. So we had to do it in my van, which is like already set up as a studio, but it's only set up for me like sitting on a cushion on the ground, and that
Hmm.
wasn't going to work for this. So we had to like just the like movie magic that happened pulling this off. It must have taken us 3 hours to set it up. Just trying, oh, we got to move this out of the frame, like, and then we're like all like hunched over and crowded in my little minivan, but you really can't tell in the video. Like,
Hmm.
we're just having a ton of
That,
fun.
is that with a name like that, it's a woman, right? Or it sounds like a woman.
They're non-binary.
Oh, got you. Okay. So that's why.
Yeah, so they're a non-binary person with a dick. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
But
It's-
but yeah, it's just funny because it's not I mean, it is the stuff that I definitely want to do, but it's a little too mainstream for me. Like, there's stuff that I would love, like other fetish work that I would love to get more into. It's just so hard to find somebody who's willing to do the stuff that I'm into.
right. Yeah. Like devil's
Like,
condoms.
yeah. Oh my God. So by the way, like Satan's condom is from what I know is not a real thing. That was just something fucked up for my imagination.
Oh, you
It
made it
might
up.
be real. Oh yeah.
Oh, we should
So
probably look that up. I
Cruz,
bet. Yes.
it's
Let him know.
in my head, it's like a condom that like has tacks on the outside, and then you like turn it inside out.
You
Oh,
must
And
have.
so like pins will like go into the dick.
oh, so it's like rib. It's like spiked for your displeasure.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
And
must have.
I
You
made
must have talked about that at some point.
So is that a real
It-
thing, or is it something in your head? Did you just make this
I
up?
don't I don't think it's a real thing.
I
I
hope
mean,
that's kind of scary. It's like if you think about it.
yeah, well, especially because like any sort of pain, like your erection's gonna go down. I
Yeah.
made a custom for Max that probably was unfathomable.
It was great.
I'm so glad you liked it because I was like, Max might think this is a little fucked up, but it's like that happened, and then I ended up giving the guy like a bunch of Viagra so that his erection wouldn't go away. And so
Wow.
it was like this like role play. Basically the whole idea was I was getting revenge on someone who catfished me.
Our catfished as you, basically, trying to
Oh,
be
damn.
you.
Or yeah, catfished as me, right.
And yeah, that was so because I've heard that term, devil's condom, and it was something similar, but I was like, okay, I don't know, like you said, I don't know if you had mentioned it before or somebody else did or where it came from. But so walk us through a smoky blowjob. I mean, how do you're smoking while sucking someone off?
Yeah, it's really pretty simple. Like, you can blow smoke on the dick, and then you can like hold it in your lungs, and then you just like deep throat them, and you still have
Oh
the smoke in
shit.
your lungs.
Yeah.
And you
That'd
can
be
like,
amazing for weed, I guess, for some chick. Take a big bong rip, then you just get really fucked because you're stuck in your lungs
yeah,
for. Ooh, but so you got to keep that smoke in your lungs from cigarettes. Ooh, that shit cigarette smoke doesn't that shit can fuck that you hold that for too long, that'll really jack you up.
You're talking to the person who smokes 5 cigarettes at once.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're right. You're not talking to me, who's just like, I take a hit off a cigarette. I need to sit down. Oh
Coughing
god.
and lightheaded and shit. Yeah. Oh yeah.
the next one I want to do, I want to like take like a huge like rip off like 2 cigarettes, and then hold it in my lungs for as long as possible and like deep throat them a whole bunch, and then maybe like 10-20 seconds later come up and like exhale.
Damn.
Like so long that you forget that I inhaled. And then you're like,
Oh,
oh
wow.
shit.
Wow.
Damn. So that's interesting. So you're smoking while blowing. I'm just thinking like you could accidentally burn the dude. You know what I mean? That's what
Yeah,
I'm.
we had
No.
some mishaps.
Oh, you did. Oh shit. So there was
I
some
burnt their
burn.
arm a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, Oh God.
So because okay, so with the smoke obviously didn't, but like the way you were lighting it or something or what?
They went to go grab my hair to like force my head down on them, and they were like, whoop, like the cherry like lit their arm up a little bit.
Oh
So
shit, got you.
they're fine, but it was definitely like a whoop.
Teach you
Oh,
to
and
pull my
there
hair.
was
Because you're not
right.
smoking it with it in your mouth. You're just taking a rip and or hit and then holding it and then going on. You know, like obviously can't do both at the same time because that would burn his dick, whatever. Never mind. I'm being
Right.
stupid. Forget I said anything.
Actually, no, we're just trying to fathom how it works. That's all. You know, it sounds hot as fuck, honestly.
Sure it does. You have fun with that, buddy.
I wish I could have watched the video. You know what I mean? But
oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like but interesting though. Like I wonder if it causes like because doesn't some of the smoke go in the dick hole? Like what if you like blowing it? Don't because if you blow it out while you're blowing
ooh,
it,
that would burn. Fuck.
maybe not. Maybe you get like a little nicotine high from like your
Nicotine?
Nicotine. Get a little nicotine high.
You know what? It's worth a try.
Hmm.
If
Huh.
someone's willing to try that, I'll totally blow smoke up their dick.
Wow.
You could
But
literally
yeah,
do it. Yeah, if you're really close to them, you could literally blow smoke up. I'm sure that's been done plenty of times. Blow smoke up their ass, but uh no, but that's damn, that sounds fun.
It
Or
does
interesting.
sound fun.
Fun for
yeah.
it's not my thing, but I can see why it's fun for you. But
If you, it's tough to find people who are okay with all the cigarette smoke, and then like the other stuff that I really like doing, like sounding and like the like cock and ball torture type stuff, which obviously I'm only into that if someone like asks for it or they're like really, really, truly into it.
yeah,
Um,
that's where the Satan's condom comes in. It's the cock and ball torture, obviously.
for sure. So like it's really hard to find guys who are into that. And I probably unless I like meet some magical person who's also a content creator and is into that, it's probably never gonna happen. Wah, wah.
Well, never say never. You didn't think this would happen, right?
I know.
So
Yeah.
even a few months ago, you were saying, well, if I do something with anybody, it would have to be this major thing. I'd have to have security. And I heard it is 2 months later, you're doing smoky blowjobs.
I
So
know. And the thing that I learned is it has to be another content creator who's like already experienced in making stuff. It can't
yeah,
just be like some guy, like sure, I'll get my dick sucked for a video, whatever.
right,
Well,
right.
and I see why I do that because then they have a presence as well, and if something ever did happen, then you could refer to it, and then everyone would know it because a lot of people have seen it as well too. So because like
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
more people have seen it because you can go look at this person, it's this doing this and whatever. That's crazy. That's cool,
Yeah,
man.
that's some safety in there.
Is there audio in that video?
Hell yeah, yeah. You're like, where can I find this video?
Well, like I said, I
Yeah.
tried to. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know if Clips for Sale is like user friendly for you. But there should be I can like send you the link.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just like clipsforsale.com/ like smoking lace, something like that.
Yes, if anybody else wants to see the clips, clip for sale that's
Slash smoking lace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did go to because you posted it on your OnlyFans.
Like 5 months later, it's like there's a troubling new trend in the market now. It's called smoky blowjobs. Multiple people afterwards, people report that their penis feels like beef jerky.
Smoked pork.
Yes, it's like a barbecue just for you.
Sounds delicious.
Yes, like I said, snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
A Virginia Slim Jim.
Oh,
Virginia
damn,
Slim
nice.
Jim. Hi,
Virginia
shit.
Slim Jim. I like it.
I
That's
got
pretty.
jokes sometimes.
That's pretty good. I like it. You got
Oh
the.
man.
But
Shit.
yeah. Oh, I'll have to go to that link. See
The
what.
thing
see if I
is, I guarantee there are people out there that are like, oh my God, you're like thinking that's a big deal. I did a smoking blowjob when I was 12.
Yeah.
I was doing
I hope
smoking.
not.
I was,
yeah, that's a little bit fucked
okay,
up.
but sorry. I was doing smoking blowjobs when I first started. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. I had to put I had to be more extreme because it sounds more
course.
fucked up. But seriously,
Oh, yeah.
so there's probably a whole smoky blowjob like Reddit or some like subreddit or like not 4chan or something like that. One of those fucking places. It's probably like, what's the
Yes.
best tips for the best smoking? What's the best brand to use? Is it Marlboro or
That's
Virginia
funny.
Slim Jim?
That's one of the questions she posed on OnlyFans. What's the best cigarette for a smoky blowjob? And I was like,
Really?
yeah, she actually asked that.
Yeah.
Oh, now here's the thing. What about a clove or a menthol? Like, would that feel different on your dick? Like,
Huh.
would the smoke from a
Ooh.
menthol feel different on your dick? From because menthols are menthol. Obviously, it's like Vicks on your cock,
Right, right.
except not as intense. Maybe it's like a
Almost
mist, a cool
cooler.
mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd really have to like cold play.
All
Yeah.
right. So now you got homework to do, Lace. You got to give a blowjob with a clove and tell me how they did.
That sounds like really fun homework. Yeah, Cruz, you were saying like how there's people out there who have, probably done way more and way earlier than I have, and this is my first foray into this stuff, and it's been like pretty slow going for me because I wasn't sure like how far I wanted to take it.
Yeah.
But there is so much empowerment in making porn because I'm doing it exactly the way that I want to do it. There's no like male director standing behind me, you know, doing like 100 takes and
Yeah, it's
like
not boogie nights. You just do it the way you want to do it.
exactly.
And
So
that's got to piss a lot of people off, obviously, because
The industry as we know it is no longer what it was, kind of thing. Like now people are doing it independently.
yeah.
It's like
yeah, isn't that great?
that's awesome. That's
Oh, I
great.
think it's great because fuck corporations.
Yeah,
They're
fuck
all
corporate
corporations that run that shit.
Yep.
You don't let them fool you. The porn industry is probably owned by Disney. Part of this probably I guarantee there's some porn affiliates in Disney.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney,
So
the Disney Corporation.
yeah, the Disney Corporation. So yeah, it's kind of like how now people are, instead of getting record deals, they're just making music in their own basement. Just
That's
put
what I
some shit-
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
can check out my music on Spotify under Ranger and Cruise.
And Zoomer.
NZUMUR, Ranger and Cruise and Zoomer. And we're working on a new song now. Got a new song that came out in July. So same thing. It's like you're doing your own thing. Except
Cool.
it's like being able to it's a freedom and people don't like that, you don't like
You're cutting out the corporation, man. They can't make any more money off you.
now.
So that's
What
great.
is it like? People either want to hate me or be me. One of those things.
You know
Yeah.
what? And you bring up a good cruise control. I know you got to go here in a few minutes, but I just want to tell this quick story. I told Lace the story. I went the other night with Ryan and Leopard to a bar, and we're hanging out, having a few drinks or whatever. And at 9:00, the bartender was like, "Well, karaoke nights start." And when I do karaoke, as you know, I don't do the actual lyrics of the song. I'll make up, I'll improvise other lyrics. So I got up there and
But wait, let's stop for a second. But you don't tell them you're going to do the words to make up your own song, because you don't do it because you do it on don't do that. You don't do that on purpose because you want the reaction. Don't lie. Let's just get that out of the way.
yeah, I like the reaction.
You like the reaction. You don't go, well, you don't mind, because some people are like I said, they're karaoke purists. That's why I don't do my.
Yep,
That's why I don't do my karaoke. And I know, but you could have said, well, I could check first, but you're like, fuck that shit.
Hell no, I just get up there and do my thing.
This fucking karaoke. But anyways, go ahead. Tell us what happened.
So I get up there and I do Escape by Rupert Holmes, which, do you like pina coladas? So of course I changed it. Would you like a penis to swallow? Drink the juice from my vein. And I guess Leopard and Ryan were really uncomfortable. And after I got off, I was like, hey, man, I want to do another one. And they're like, no more. And I'm like, why not? What's up?
I would say, fuck off. You're my daddy. I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Well, here's the thing. And then I asked them later, I said, why were you guys so uncomfortable? And they were like, well, you were getting some looks. And I'm like, fuck those people too.
Okay. Two things. First of all, they don't get to stop you from doing fucking anything. Right. I mean, obviously, if you don't want to do it, you can say, oh, I've started to make them comfortable. Next time I do a song, I'll do. Well, first of all, I can see why people get uncomfortable, because you could have done a spoof, but maybe the point was that you probably said some really fucking disgusting shit.
Of course I did.
Of course you did. So it's not like you just did a spoof of improv, like, hey, do you like Peter Sinatra, or do you like Peter Cetera and Amy Grant when they sing? Do you like
Actually, that's kind of dope too. I like that too.
Of course it is.
I like parodies, man.
Yeah, parodies are great, but your thing was they weren't worried about the parody. They were worried about you being probably because you were getting looks from. Did anybody say anything to you?
Nobody said anything directly, just Leopard and Ryan. You know, that was it. They just said, you were getting some looks, man. You were getting some looks. And I was like, fuck. Okay.
And so then did of course, did they get up anymore?
Yes, actually they did.
So they got up. How many times did they get up?
Ryan did 2 songs actually.
You should have been at. You should have fuck that shit. That's a little boy. Be good boy.
You sit in the corner and do what we tell you.
You a bad boy. You don't get to do any more songs. I'd be like, I don't get to do any more. Well, if we're not going to give you a ride home. Well, I got an Uber. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Lace, you were saying that it's probably just a hater thing because they're pissed off because they can't do that, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think secretly people wish they could be that brazen.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think
it takes
so.
a very special person to be able to get up on stage, and I don't know how many drinks you had, if that was like a requirement for you, or if you could do it
that's
sober.
not a requirement for him.
That's great. That's why I like you, Max.
No,
I'll do it anytime.
Matter of fact, he probably would be less likely to do it if he was in happy drunk mode, because he'd be like, I don't want to offend anybody. It's like, no,
that wouldn't affect it either.
No, I know. I'm just trying to I don't know what I'm doing.
We used to we had a friend of ours that he used to get kind of pissed off when we ride in his car and you and I would change the lyrics to his songs.
Well, yeah, I can like that kind of definitely there's a little bit of that, but a lot of it is also some of those people that were giving you looks, it was definitely for the content probably, but it was also because these motherfuckers, believe me, this is their moment to shine.
Right.
I work a 40-hour week and I come here on Friday or Saturday night and I want to be Madonna. I want to be the star.
And that goes back to Lace's hating theory. You know what I mean? It's like they want to be the star and they're like, how come he's got the balls to get up there and do that? And I'm just, I need a few drinks to do this shit.
But
Just
it's also purity.
song.
You got to sing the song. How can you're destroying that song? Of course, that song is fucking awful.
That's a great song. What you talking about?
Oh, I don't like that song.
That's a great song.
It's a great song to parody, absolutely, because it's easy to parody.
Right.
It's not like November Rain or anything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I could do that too.
Yeah. Everybody needs some time to blow a load. Oh, you gotta need some time down your throat. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We can do it.
Those improv coming in handy.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing too. People are always like, because they think the lyrics are going to be the same the second time. Like I've gone back to karaoke bars and people like the shit I've done, and they're like, "Hey man, do that song again with the lyrics to that." And I'm like, I don't know. I just come out the head with them.
Yeah, so. some like it, but it's those purists that are like, because they get up there and they practice and shit, and they go to the competitions, and they've got the little, like in Vegas, there's a thing called black belt karaoke. They really have like a little card they fill out where they sing, they do a bunch of people really take this, just like everything else. People take stupid shit way too seriously.
Absolutely.
And so you're getting these fucking people that are like that pissed off because the purity of karaoke, the purity of singing, it's you're ruining the song,
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, do you remember that story I told you about that girl who I found attractive until she did karaoke?
Yes.
I'll tell that one before I go real quick. This is one of those things where I was like, this girl was in my improv. I run an improv group, and she's kind of cute, she turned out to be batshit crazy, and she was a therapist, of course, but because she was batshit crazy. But she's like, and I'm like, oh, all right, let's see. Because I'm like, oh, you could sing? She's like, oh yeah, I can sing. I'm gonna tear it up tonight. I'm like, oh, all right. See if you can sing. You're kind of cute. If you can sing, it's gonna put the double layer on the cuteness. All right, let's go. And I get there, and she's like, all right, I'm up next. And of course, she chooses Barracuda by Heart.
By Heart.
Oh. Ooh, that's a good song.
And Ann Wilson can fucking sing. Whatever. And she can really belt it out. So you got to be able to sing that song to sing it, because it's not it's not just ooh Barracuda. It's not she's singing like. Well, she gets up there to do Barracuda. And she goes, all right, watch this, and gets up there and fucking just sounded like. So my dick just went. It just like crawled up into my. I'm like, oh. Because there's a couple reasons why. First of all, because she thought she could sing and she couldn't. That was the main reason. And she was arrogant about it. but it seems like it shows a lack of self-awareness to not know that you can't sing. Like there are people who love to get up and karaoke. If you would have went, oh, I'm not a good singer, but I just love this song, I'm gonna do it anyway, so bear with me. I'd be like, all right. She's like, now I'm gonna tear this shit up. Walks up there and just sounds like a goddamn scream, like just breaking sound. And me and this other person, Lindsay, we just looked at each other and just with stink face, like fart face, just total like, oh, you know, like total fart face, total like, oh, like, ooh. And it just totally made my opinion, and maybe it's unfair, but it totally like ruined like a lot of the attraction I had for her. And then of course I found out later on, everything, a lot of times the more I got to know her, the less attractive I was to her. But that was that first red line, like red flag, where you're like,
just that lack of self-awareness, I think.
That's what I'm saying. And that's a red flag for it, because if you're not even self-aware enough to realize you can't sing, what else are you not aware of yourself, And self-awareness is a huge thing for me, because I really strive to know what makes myself and people tick, and I love it. And if you're like one of those people that's going to be like, I can do something, and I've seen it with other people too. Like there's people that have said things have been great that I've listened to and went, damn, that's fucking terrible, or you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
But it was just such a one of those funny experiences where it's just like, I didn't realize how important that was to me. It wasn't because she couldn't sing, but her faking it. But if she could sing, if I would have gotten to know her later on more, it would have counteracted that. But still, it was that first sign, but it was awful. I mean, it was like, I read in that one part, dun, 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 or whatever the fuck she did to it, man. She just lost the plot at the end of that. I'm like, and we're all just like, ooh, like flinching as she did it. So if she could see me, and I'm not really good at hiding that sometimes, especially I was drinking at the time. So, like you're just, I didn't have that kind of like self-aware, like your self-awareness obviously kind of disappears when you drink too much. So I was like, so I know I flinched and it's like, ooh, I had like the nasty face. Like I said, this other girl and I looked at each other like, what the fuck? You can't sing, bitch? Sit the fuck down. Or at least not sit the fuck down, but just admit you can't sing,
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my last story. Anybody else got anything real quick?
Well, what do you guys think? You guys want to end it? You want to stay on, Lace? What do you want to do?
I feel pretty good ending it here. I don't have much more to talk about.
Cool. All right, that'll work. That we can end it all together. See, guys?
All right. Well, it's beautiful. We're gonna end it all together.
It is.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's a happy ending. Oh,
or a smoky blowjob.
Yes. Yes, this has been the Smokey. This has been the Nothing Sacred smoke break with Smoking Lace and the Smoking Blowjobs. That's your new band name.
It sounds like a band.
Wait, that would mean that we're the Smoking Blowjobs. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Anyways, I'm Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Smoking Lace.
And that's the story there, bitch.
Barracuda.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. We are nothing sacred. With Cruise Control. We are nothing sacred.